Hello folks, hello good folks of the vinyl community. This is Mike again, PC31, the vinyl policeman. This video is in response to Rod's contest, the Happy Hippie vinyl guy, and please subscribe to Rod because he's a great chap and his channel's absolutely tremendous. There's always great things on there to watch. This is in response to his contest, and he's given away a Kiss album. So basically what he wants you to do is to spell out the word Kiss, K-I-S-S, with artist, K-I-S-S. So that's what I should do. Before I do that, I haven't got too many Kiss albums. I've got a few and I really enjoy them. But this is one that I've been spinning in preparation to get myself in the mood for Rod's contest. This is Kiss World, Best of Kiss. Great stuff. It's a double album. But the great thing around it, look at this, guys and ladies. Come on. Look at that. Beautiful splatter vinyl. I'm an absolute marketing man's dream when it comes to splatters and coloured vinyl. I can't get enough. Fantastic. So that was to get myself in the mood for Rod's contest. Okay, straight on with K's, which for me is the Kinks. So the Kinks from Maswell Hill. So Dave and Ray Davis obviously spent a lot of their time in Maswell Hill. And this is an album from 1971 called The Maswell Hillbillies. It's a really interesting album because 1970 they released the Lola album, Lola and the Power Man. And that was a really great success. It re-broke them in the US. And it was kind of, you know, a rock album, concept, lots of electric guitars. So they were back on the road again in that respect. So what did Ray Davis do? He then wrote this album, which is completely different. And this is a very rootsy kind of album, quite acoustic in many ways, but some brass instruments. And it's very, very different. I've seen it read that this is meant to be the Kinks album, the best Kinks album that you've never heard of. And I think a lot of people maybe haven't heard this one. Although I'm a Kinks fan, I wasn't able to pick this up until quite late last year. This album's not in fantastic quality, the cover. The vinyl's great, but it's a real grower, this album. And I now like it a lot, and I play it an awful lot. So this is, the Kinks are of a five-piece band by this stage, 1971. They've got keyboards in as well. And it's the first album that they released on RCA after they split up with Pie and Reprise after the contract for that expired. But really interesting album. I always think with the Kinks, this one was produced by Ray Davis, and I always think that with the Kinks, if they had a George Martin, they would have been a mega band. But the fact that that Ray produced a lot of the albums, I don't think it quite maximised all their kind of potential with the great songs they had and musicianship as well. But the Maswell Hillbillies, really interesting album, and it's my K in Rod's contest. My I is the debut album from the East End lad, Essex lad, Ian Dury. And as I say, the debut album, this is New Boots and Panties. It was named as such because you see in the background the shop that Ian Dury's standing in front of is basically a second-hand clothes shop. And apparently Ian Dury used to buy all of his clothes second-hand, but the only two items that he would never buy second-hand were boots and panties. So thus, New Boots and Panties. And the little lad on the cover there is Baxter, Ian Dury's son. And he walked into the photograph as it was being taken, and they decided to keep it in because it looked so good. And it is a great album. I've got a bit of a soft spot for albums for records on Stiff Records, and this is on Stiff. This was the fourth album that they released that was ever released on Stiff Records. So really good. Ian Dury, that's my I in Rod's contest. My S, my first love musically, I guess, when I was a little lad, Slade Alive. This one's interesting. This is 1972. And this was the album that really broke Slade. And this has got an interesting, Rod will like this. This has got an interesting tie-up with Kiss because Kiss was so influenced and loved this album so much that they actually called their 1975 live album Alive, and it was in tribute, in honour of this particular album, Stayed Alive. But this is still a really great live album with lots of energy. Sometimes difficult for artists to capture the essence of a live concert, but this is certainly one of those records which does capture it fantastically. So Stayed Alive, that's my first S. And my second S, I think is really interesting. I hope you think so as well. It's the Boss Bruce with Born to Run, 1975. Great album. Second favourite album from Bruce. Darkness is actually my favourite. But really great album. The interesting thing about this particular one is that the very first press which got out, the promo ones effectively, the Bruce Springsteen Born to Run was like in a handwritten font, very tiny up the top there, and they're extremely rare. The first presses also were, they misspelt produced by John Landau, Bruce's producer and manager, and whereas it should be Jon, some of the early ones got out in John. So they're pretty rare as well, although they are around. But I got hold of one last year, which was incredibly rare, and I got it for a really low price, and it's a Dutch pressing from 1975, and the cover has been printed upside down. So Clarence is on the front page instead of Bruce, and the whole thing is printed upside down. I googled it when I actually got it last year, and there was only one other one which I'm aware about in the world, and the person who sold that one, not that this is up for sale, but the person who sold that one thought it was the only one, but no, there is another, and I've got it here. So this is a Dutch pressing for 1975. Bruce. So that's my entry to Rod's contest. Please subscribe to Rod. Happy hippie vinyl guy. Great channel. And if you also could please subscribe to my channel, because I've got lots of great things coming, and I'm really enjoying these contests. They're great fun, and they get you delving very deep into your own record collection, and you find things you've forgotten all about. So until the next time, thanks folks, bye.